Good morning, SK.
Good morning, SK.
Welcome back, SK.
Good morning, South.
Hey SK, I'm Nathan Chen, and welcome back to WTV. As you saw, this week, 5th graders masked up and returned to school. This could be what some of us will be doing in 2 weeks. Now, time to jump right into this week's news. First up, let's talk about yearbooks. This year is the 100th Centennial Year edition and can be purchased online for $60 from the student store. Order yours online. Seniors, don't forget grad ads are due February 1st. Turn yours in as soon as possible to Jostein's. With January almost over, it means the WTV Backdrop contest is about to come to an end. Still haven't entered yet?
Hey, Mark B. Ply here again, and we need your help. We need a new backdrop, like, now. We love this one right here, but we need one that's way bigger. We need to fill this whole wall with your art. You might be asking yourself, what kind of art? We want art that's SK related, kind of like this, and we want it from you. And if it highlights the 100 years of SK, the better. The winning art will fill this whole wall. And we need it soon. Get us your art by Friday so we can show it for years to come on WTV. Now, if you excuse me, we gotta get ready for you guys to get back to school. What do you guys think? More pets of the week, or should we pie the ink in the face? You decide.
Thanks, Mark. And again, the contest ends this Friday. The school district will soon have a levy vote. Ballots are due February 9th. If you're a registered voter, you should receive your ballot by the end of the week. If you're 18 years old or older and would like to register to vote, you can do so online until February 2nd. You can also register in person at the county auditor's office right next to the courthouse. If you would like to know more about the SK levy, you can attend a public Q&A this Wednesday on Zoom or watch it live on SKTV 205.
What's up, SK? I'm Lana Duque, continuing with today's news. Seniors, this is an event for you. Senior parents have put together a drive-thru event for our seniors. Come get some treats on Saturday, February 13th from 12 to 2 p.m. in the north parking lot of the high school. Looking for some cool SK gear? DECA now has centennial t-shirts. Celebrate 100 years of SK while showing off your school pride. Get yours for only $12. DECA is also offering SK sticky notes for just $2. See these and more on DECA's online store by checking the URL on the screen. It's been just over a year since the first COVID-19 case was recorded in Washington state. So, how did they make a vaccine so quickly?
Since the start of last January, we have seen over 80 million COVID-19 cases and over 1 million COVID-related deaths worldwide. With a year of the virus and the approaching anniversary of our national lockdowns, it seems like the pandemic is far from over. However, there has been a breakthrough that may be our way out of the pandemic. The COVID-19 vaccines are here. Taking only 9 months to be developed, the COVID-19 vaccines have been the fastest ever to be produced. However, with accelerated development comes concerns surrounding the effectiveness and safety of the vaccines. A survey from AP News shows that less than 50% of adults in the US intend on getting the vaccine. Much of the concern, however, comes from a lack of knowledge. The Pfizer-BioNTech and the Moderna vaccines are one of the many COVID vaccinations being manufactured. These vaccines are using new technology that allowed them to be developed with such a speedy turnaround.
This is the first vaccine to use mRNA technology for vaccination.
I talked to Dr. Rebecca Brunette to learn more about these new developments. She got her undergrad in microbiology and PhD at the University of Washington. Although she has not worked on the COVID vaccine, she has worked on vaccines in the past and currently works in biotechnology.
The thing that makes the mRNA vaccine so different and why it was able to be developed so quickly was because they basically engineered, just the nucleic acid, and then they package it in a lipid, and that's what gets administered to the patient when they're vaccinated.
Traditional immunization methods involve injecting a dead or weakened form of a virus into the body, which triggers the immune system to create antibodies which protects a person in the event of a live virus. The mRNA approach doesn't require injecting a virus. mRNA transports instructions to the part of the cell that creates proteins. The mRNA approach to vaccines encodes the instructions to a synthetic strand of mRNA on how to create antibodies to fight the virus. Once those programmed strands of mRNA are introduced, the body's natural process of producing proteins take over and reproduce the antibodies without needing the weakened virus present in a person's system. With the new technology and speedy development, safety is still a main concern. However, the FDA briefing on the vaccine shows that the only effects reported were expected responses, like a fever and injection site reactions.
All of those things sort of indicate that your immune system is actually working the way it should and is mounting an immune response to the virus. It is not a direct response to anything in the vaccine. It's actually your immune system going to work and generating the immune response that you will need to be protected.
Additionally, mRNA technology poses relatively lower risk than any other type of vaccines.
I think there's a lot of sort of fear and misunderstanding around vaccines. mRNA is extremely unstable. So when you inject that into a person, the actual components of the vaccines will not persist inside of a human for very long. Those materials will be broken down probably within 48 to 72 hours. So the actual active component of what is in the vaccine will only ever be in your body for a very short period of time.
The distribution of the vaccine will be done in phases. Currently, the US is in phase 1A, where only people directly at risk of contracting the virus, like our healthcare workers and first responders, are being vaccinated. Phase 2 will be the people at greater risk, like critical workers in high-risk settings and immunocompromised people. The general public will be able to receive the vaccine in phase 3, which is projected to not begin until late spring to early summer. Stopping a pandemic requires all the tools we have available, and the COVID-19 vaccination may be the beginning of the end of this pandemic.
And that's sort of, well, not that it's the magic of vaccines, but it kind of is the magic of immunology, I would say. The ability for our bodies to remember infections and not become sick again due to this extraordinary immune response.
In sports news, athletic conditioning happens Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week from 3 to 3:45. And Season 1 sports practices begin February 1st. If you would like to join any of the Season 1 sports, you must have the following: a physical examination that is no more than 13 months on file with athletics, an ASB card, participation fees paid, all fines cleared, late books turned in, academic clearance from the previous grading period, and finally, you must sign in to Skyward Family Access to complete the daily wellness check. Questions? Contact SK Athletics.
Now for Wolves of the Past. This is Wayne Foster, a 1962 grad. He excelled in many sports, but was mostly into football. He was a first-team All-American defensive tackle at Washington State University in 1965. Foster was voted to WSU's all-time greatest Cougar team. Wayne signed with the BC Lions of the Canadian Football League before the NFL draft. After some injuries, he signed up with Oakland, but another leg injury the night before being called up kept him from playing. After football, he tried finance, then managed shake mills in Belfair and Matlock for 19 years. After football, he tried finance, then managed shake mills in Belfair and Matlock for 19 years. Foster studied art and sculpture at WSU and was an accomplished landscape artist. He had 5 children and lived in Port Orchard until his death in 2019.
And in club news, Adoptees United Club will be meeting this Thursday at 2:10 on Zoom. If you're an adoptee, whether international, domestic, kinship, or if you're a member of a foster family, join AUC for fun, conversation, community outreach, and support. For more information, contact Miss Daniel. D&D will be meeting online for the rest of the year. During Flex, meetings will start at 3 p.m.
And to wrap up the show, we have the pets of the week. First, we have Caitlin's dog, Sky. She is a border collie husky mix and is very energetic and loves to go on walks. Next, we have Rebecca's Red Angus steer, Sawyer, playing in the rain. And finally, we have Teresa Amos's kittens. She's fostered 19 kittens for the Humane Society in 2020. Pictured is Sebastian, Hoku, and Koa. They flew in from Hawaii just to spend winter break and stayed to welcome her students back to class in 2021. Looks like we've wrapped up today's show. Check the description for all the announcements made today and have a swell week, South.